All right, back here with you, and again, extra time to do some trading. I got the watch list out. Everything's good for next week. We just got out of a nice trade. This was a 1-2-3 pattern trade, something we specialize here at Day Trading Radio. Now we've moved up here up to the 200-period moving average and flagged out. This is a nice flag. I don't have much time to waste explaining that. I'm going to show it to you real fast. Again, I want to actually bring over my chart trader, bring up the ES chart so you could actually see it a little bit better, and then take the trade off of that. Let me see if I could get that on here. Market trade.
Order filled.
Why is it not showing up here? Interactive brokers. So I switched the contract. Everything is good. Oh, you know what I did? All right, hold on. Close.
Order filled.
Let me get this set up here for you. 618.
Order filled.
There we go. All right, good. All right, so this is what we call a triple stochastic flag setup. And I want to explain the setup here for you in a second. When I do place my trades, I want to make sure my stops are all set okay. I want to make sure I give myself a little room. This is a big 3-point level. All right, so let's go to the chart here. Let that play out. I'm going to go to the chart. Here we are, the S&P chart. And this is a flag. Now, what we typically do is we watch for this rotation here. This is the fast stochastic rotation right here. As that rotates down and this holds at that 80 line, well, we're breaking down underneath the 80. So it's not a 100% setup here. So I'd say, might even have to be careful on this, because what we want to see is that 80, that stochastic here, this lower 60-period stochastic. It's 60. It's a good one that I use. I've started developing and working with in combination with these other stochastics to identify the bigger trend and the short-term trend. So here's the short-term trend, the pullback, but the bigger trend is embedded or holding strength on the upside, meaning from this low up, we're going to be, so this first pullback will be holding strength, and this first pullback being shown here on the fast stochastic will give us that flag, and we're going to pop out of this, and we're going to take it real fast. Whew. All right, let's see what we have on it. We're actually flat on it right now. I sometimes manually trade these, meaning I have a position on. I'll go back to the chart trader so you can see what's going on here. I'll try to zoom in here. Now I probably would, if we could actually get this thing going, that's going to look fine. It's going to look fine. I like looking at this other chart. That's why I keep on moving back and forth to my charts. I actually appreciate the Medved Trader chart here a little bit better. I've just had it set up with all my indicators where the VWAP is, 200-period moving average, the 20-period moving average, the pivot, the flags. You can see how this is flatlining here. This is rotating back up, and we're also starting to see that flag rotate back up. The one thing this is missing is a tradeometer signal. And if we had a tradeometer signal, that would be also a fantastic setup here. So now we're also going into 3 o'clock, the last hour of the trade, coming up here too. Let's get this pop. Let's make some more profits for you. Send this little video out for you. This is the hardest part about the videotaping these. Sometimes they could just stall out and nothing comes in for a few minutes, and that could be kind of boring to watch. Should get us going here now. Another thing we have on the side is what we call crickets. So I want to hear those crickets starting to light up. I don't hear them yet. Well, here we go. That would help me sometimes stay in a trade. If we can hear crickets or popcorn out there. Oh, I hear them in the background. I hear the crickets coming through. There they are. So up 20. Oh damn! Did the same thing I did before. I only took one contract. I should have took 2 contracts.
So that's not quite right.
Oh, they're playing Alexia on there. All right. Shoot. Why did I do that? Oh well. We'll take what we could get on it, right? We got a point in almost a point here. Nice setup though. This is exactly what we want to look at for one of those flag setups. So the technique is there. The other parts of the trade is establishing your profit zone and taking profits when you have it. All right, and not every trade is going to give you the profits you want. So you have to recognize strength. You have to get those little, these are scalping setups. These certain little techniques that I use are scalping setups. It doesn't mean my target's going to be here at 2760. If I see this rotate up fast and we get overextended fast and we not seem to be holding it, I'll take this off. There we go. Almost going to point on it. See, we got a little further move here. Stochastic still look good. The embedded stochastic looks good here, even though we tried to hold it above 80. It's at 75 and going sideways. And the only thing I think would hurt this trade is news. Let's get one more pop here to 59. 59. I'll move this down a little. And again, just to kind of outline that trade for you. Show you that trade one more time, how that sets up. We have a flag, an apparent flag. It's a visual confirmation of a flag. It's after a pull, a move up, and then a slight pullback. But the pullback tends to hold the 50-period moving, the 20-period moving average, which is the green line. If we could start to hold that with the price, but this rotates back fast to the 80 line, and this holds strong the 80 line, the top 80, and this comes down to the 20, I should say. That is our triple stochastic setup. Now I use triple stochastics, but I also watch that 14.3 or the 43, 44 here, which is something I use special. We won't go into details on that. But right now we're going to look for a pop, a little further pop, and get out of this. Because you can see the rotation. You see that rotation on that 1 minute time frame? It's gotten up here a little extended, and we're up against the 200. So this is starting to lose strength. And the key to making money is to know when to be out. So even this does not give us a full point.
Order filled.
We're going to take it off and just say, all right, here, that's another. I always call it the $20 on the sidewalk trade. One contract, easy $20. It's actually $37.50 minus commissions. And there's the pop for you anyway. If I had 2 contracts, I would have actually kept one on with a break-even stop just to let this thing go. But that's how it typically goes, right back up. And, that's the Rockstar effect also. So another nice kind of a trade setup. It's called a high probability playbook trade that we trade all the time on Day Trading Radio. 2 trades right there we took. We took a lower trend line. That was the previous video. There was also a wedge pattern, and it was a tradeometer and everything lined up here. That was our first trade. Our second trade was the secondary trade, is a flag setup, and we were able to identify that with using stochastics. And as you can see, this is pulling back. Even though we did get a little pop up here, the chances of this starting to roll over a little is there. I mean, we can still rally into the last, but again, this is a kind of a hyper scalping method that we're looking for. In this environment, 1 to 2 points. But if we get the rotation up there, we can get more, and if it doesn't look as good, then we take it off. But it definitely gives you a high probability zone that you're definitely going to get a trade in your direction. This is a fantastic trade. That's why it's an HPS playbook trade. So glad to show it to you. All these trades are taught here at DayTradingRadio.com as I broadcast every single day live the markets from 8 o'clock to 4 o'clock every single day. Have a good one.